Good morning. This is the Life Motivators. We come in here each day to give you a little bit of something different within your life, a new way of thinking, a new way of giving words to yourself, a new way of knowing that we're not here trying to be the Joneses. That may have been your parents back in the day. That may have been your grandparents as they worked through. There was different ways that they were raised for the era that they were in, through the time-space reality that they were having to deal with what was going on within the world. We here today are in a total different era. We're in a place and a time frame that the internet is changing the world and the way people are thinking, the way people are living, the way people are making a living, the way people are understanding the social media and what it was truly made for when Mark Zuckerberg seen it way back in the day to make a connection of friends. So now we have friends across the world that you see within here this morning that has been doing something more within their life as entrepreneurs, building and growing and doing what our parents did not. Many of our parents do not understand, and many people are telling you, are judging you on what you're doing and why you're doing it. You shouldn't be doing that. That's not the way you should be doing your life. You shouldn't be putting all this information out here. They don't understand what's truly going on because they're not in tune with it. As a parent, they're just looking after you as a protector to say, hey, you left your job and now you're working online full time. You're at the house every day. How are you providing for your family? Mom, my lights are still on. We still have food. I still have clothes on my back, and we are happy, and we have everything that we need right now in our time-space reality of this world today. Right now, I do not have to stay at one location or get up every morning at 5 o'clock and drive to a location and work there and kill myself anymore. I can live my life. But they still want to prejudge us and tell us how we should live our life. They want to cast those stones at us when they don't know what's truly going on. I'm going to tell you right now, this is your life. This is your path. This is your journey. We have been held back for too long to let our dreams and ambitions be put to a hamper, to say that we can't do this. I'm going to say, you know what, sit back and watch me. I'm going to do it twice just so you understand how I did it the second time. You might pay attention. You may want to follow a little bit of what I have going on within my life, because the habits that I'm doing today and the habits that I'm bringing out into my life and telling everybody how to do some of these things that I'm doing. And all I'm doing is telling you, you can make your own decisions, your own choices after that. If you dislike it and don't want to do it, then step away. And guess what? We can still be friends. And I'm going to keep rocking myself into that place and that position of success that I want to be in. And when I get to a point where you are saying, hey, man, well, why didn't you tell me anything about this? I did. As a friend, I told you when I first got started, you didn't believe within me. You didn't believe in the system and the energy that I have flowing at that time-space reality. And you were at a different point within your life not to receive the information that I was giving out every day. And that's okay. I still loved you, but I kept going because my energy is not going to sit still because you are not in a place to receive. So whether you're within my life right now and you don't understand the things that I'm doing, guess what? I'm still going to keep moving forward. You will understand it after a period of time, the bigger picture, the bigger visions of the things and the dreams that I want within my life. And you can either enjoy them with me and support me and love me. And that's what my family and that's what my loved ones do. And that's what Carol does. She gets up and she supports and she nourishes and she understands and she grows with us. And she's out there building her dreams at the same time, knowing that we are co-creating together within our lives, building the bigger visions of knowing that we will not have to be at those locations for the rest of our lives. We will not have to have this stalemate of where we're at this point or maybe in our life. Or this, we now know that we can grow together and working within a communication and a bond. And everyone within here, you see, it's not hacks that we're giving out. It's not tips and tricks that we're giving out. We're just showing you, as we have done for almost 365 days. We have 5 days left to be within here 1 year live every single day, bringing out emotions and things that make us happy on a day-to-day basis, and how you can bring different happiness within your life by changing a few words and changing a few habits that you have within yours to keep yourself on a higher energy plane that many people will not understand. And I can tell you truly, I know that from experience, from actual family members, from actual loved ones within my life that don't understand my higher vibrations and the way that I think and my processes and things that I do. But I know that the people that I touch and the people that I put a smile on their face and I give them a new perspective of words and thought processes to situations that they have exploded to something that was the size of a pea, but yet they'd exploded it to a 55-gallon drum of BS that they're trying to tread out of, and they didn't need to be in there in the first place. because a lot of the times it wasn't even their energy or their emotions that they were trying to deal with. They were trying to do somebody else's. And the first place we're going to tell you every morning, every place that you need to start with, emotions wise, love wise, happiness with wise, is the person that you're looking with in the mirror. And know the only person that can judge that person in the mirror is you and the Lord above when you get to him at that time frame. But until then, no one else on this earth is doing nothing but casting stones in a glass house if they're judging you for something that you're doing within your life, because they haven't got their house clean and their glass is not sparkling. Yes, they still have spots and streaks and dust and dirt on their glass. They need to go clean their house. They need to get their self in alignment. They need to get their self onto a place of understanding like I have with myself and Julio and a few others within here. We're all awakening to something new, but yet we're now voicing that to others to show you that the awakening doesn't has to happen when you turn 80 and on your deathbed. You can awaken to the life that you are here to experience now with the adventures and the journeys that you take every day. When we say adventures, most people think vacations. When I wake my eyes, it's an adventure, because I never knew what was going to happen every day. It was an adventure that was what was going around the corner. But now I've learned how to focus and design and plan and schedule how my day is going to go off of the emotions that I give to the end of that thought. Because if I want to go to the river today with my mother-in-law to go hang out, it's a Wednesday, not many people down there on the river. So what do we get? The whole place to play by ourselves. So a middle of week, 76-year-old lady and myself, and guess what? We're going to go to the river. My mom's going to swing by here shortly, get a little brunch with us, hang out, visit, because she was coming to town. So I get to see my mom and my aunt. And then me and mother-in-law, we're going to the river to hang out for the rest of the day. Why? Because it's only 93 degrees down here in South Texas. We have sunshine and it's hot as heck. So we're going to go play in the water. Why? Because we have built an empire that is now working for us 24/7, like it has been told to do. How can you have residual income coming in for you while you're sleeping and playing? So I play and work at the same time, because I have learned how to leverage this piece of equipment that many people just walk around with, that have paid more for this than some people do for, clothing for 5 kids. They'll pay more for this phone than school clothing that you now have to buy. Yes, if you have kids anyway. And it's school time again. So a lot of you parents understand what I'm talking about. But learning how to leverage this expensive little toy that you have in your hand right here and leverage it to actually start making some advertisement, do some videos, put out some posts, have a business running in the background. And all you have to do is answer messages along the way as I'm living my life now. I gave 26 years away because that was the norm. That's the way my parents were raised, and that's the way they had raised me. You work until you drop every day, and you bust your butt for somebody every day. Until I started meeting friends that was entrepreneurs and saying, there is a different way. And then I started listening, because I was seeing the life that they were living, the places they were going, and the things that they were getting to do. And it's like, I'm tired of this. How can I have that? I've given away 26 years and been away from my family. How can I go back to my family? How can I get back into tune and they get to know me again, and not just the weekend dad that comes home on that Saturday and Sunday? Now they get to see me every single day, and I love it. Spent half the day with my son yesterday working in my backyard, elevating our property, a little building that we have. I came, he's 24 years of age. I called him, scheduled last week, say, hey, come spend some time with me. I need some help. I need your physical ability. I can't do the physical abilities like I used to, because I can't walk with heavy stuff like I used to, but yet he can. Hey, I love it. But I got to spend time with him, and we got to, learn something together on how to do something. He's never leveled a house before, so he got to learn something new. So I gave him some guidance yesterday, along with spending some good time with him yesterday. So what do you want to do within your life? Quit worrying about others and what they are judging on you and thinking that you should do. Live your life, your emotions, because every day is a great day to have a great day. That's the way you want to live it.
Thomas, I can't tell you how many times while you were talking, I wanted to go, yeah, what he said. And yeah, like I wanted to be your freaking hype man. I don't know if you guys saw me in the beginning, like for the first 5 minutes, I was yelling and screaming at the camera, even though nobody could hear me but myself. My, God is the only one that heard me in the car screaming at Thomas's face. Coming in agreement. I felt like I was his personal hype man. You know, um, but that's exactly what it is. We have to come to the realization, man, that this life is what we make it. This life is what we make it. You can't complain. You can't bicker. You can't have that limited perspective. And if you're capable of doing something about your life, if you're capable of doing something about your situation, excuse my language, then get off your ass and do it. Period. That's it. Like I love, we're not really talking business, but I love how Cam poses it. If I don't, I've been thinking about the question nonstop, to be honest with you, and that's why I'm speaking about it this morning. But if you don't make a change for yourself this morning, sir, ma'am, whoever you are, person watching on YouTube, whatever, if you don't make a change in your life, if you're not happy of where you're at in life, but if you don't make a change, guess what? 2 years down the road, 5 years down the road, 15 years, 20 years, 40 years down the road, you might just be exactly where you're at today because you didn't do anything about it. You know, I was listening to some Les Brown yesterday and some Eric Thomas on my way home, and they were referencing, that aspect of time. We're all given, all allocated a certain amount of hours in a day. However, the time when we leave this place is all different. Nobody knows the time, the hour, the day. When it's our time to go, it's our time to go. But what referencing is, you know, we have a limited amount of time, and nobody knows when that hourglass is done. For everybody's hourglass looks different, and nobody knows when that hourglass is done. So what are you doing with the time that you have here? Are you maximizing your potential? You know, we talk about perspective all the time. We talk about it, but and that's what life is. It's kind of like the cup mentality. Is your glass half full or is it half empty? So what are you gonna do with what you have left of your life? What are you gonna do? The day today is still young. It's still extremely young. So what are you going to do today to create some maturity in your life, create some growth? What are you going to do today to get yourself to where you want to be? That concept of, if you don't make a change right now, you're going to be exactly where you see yourself, versus where you want to be, you know, or you're going to be that person where you're going to mimic your dad's life or your mom's life. Is that something that you wanted? To work in a place in a business establishment, working for a man, a company or whatever, a name brand, a big old, corporate, whatever, or some mom and pop's company, and not have much to show for it. If you're content with that, if you're happy with that life and that lifestyle, more power to you. But I know that I want more. I know that I was created for more. You know, Thomas, I've really been understanding. Not that I neglected the understanding before, but the term leverage, leverage. The more I get educated, and what it is that we do, in the system and how it operates, in the speaking and the motivational speaking, and seeing leaders in our industry and seeing people like yourself, Thomas. We have a great relationship. So, but I don't know everybody personally on the same level that I know you. But the more I think about it, the more I know what I want, and the more I realize what I don't want. you know and like I understand the concept of having a panic attack when you realize your life is, because that's what it is. If you don't wake up one day and make a decision to change, to make some growth, to say, hey, starting today I'm going to do a little bit more. Starting today I'm going to take an hour. Starting today I'm going to invest an hour in myself a day. Or starting today I'm going to start waking up earlier. I'm going to go to bed earlier. I'm going to change my diet, or whatever that is for you. I know what it is for me, but whatever that is for you, you're just gonna, like I said, time is gonna go by. You're gonna wake up one day and look back and go, what did I do with my time? You know, this life is about stewardship. It's about stewardship. You know, and we've spoken about the, hey, if Thomas were to come out and pass everybody $10,000, you know, and then come back in a month and then ask you what you all did with the $10,000 and how you were a steward of that. Some might hide it and put it away because they don't want to mess with Thomas's money. Some might go and invest it and double it and triple it or quadruple the amount of money and say, hey, Thomas, here's your 10 back. Thank you. I made 50, you know, off of the 10 you borrowed me or whatever. I mean, you know, this life is about what you're going to do with it. You know, that term leverage, Thomas, you know, like I appreciate my job and I'm thankful for my job, but I know it's not what I want. So I will leverage it versus being bitter versus saying, damn, I hate this job, because I don't hate my job. I love dealing with people, you know, and it's about perspective. I get to go introduce something new to somebody every single day. I get to show somebody what I'm doing, you know, to encourage others. I get to show somebody what I'm doing to change my life, you know, what I'm doing to inspire others, what I'm doing to motivate and encourage other people. You know, I get to introduce people to that every single day. That's part of what motivates me. That's part of what gets me out of bed in the morning. You know, like whose life do I get to encourage today? Who do I get to motivate today? You know, who do I get to introduce to something new that they've never even know existed when it comes to technology or something like that? You know, or what we're doing as far as, you know, being a freelance marketer. You know, I mean, it's just life in general can throw some interesting curveballs at you. So with the limited amount of time that you are given, my friend, what are you doing with it? Are you maximizing? We've posed that question. We've, you know, and we've said, you know, both the beggar and the millionaire, the billionaire have 24 hours in a day, but it is what they're doing with their time that makes all the difference. So what are you doing with your time to make change, to make growth, to make progress, you know, to see what you want to come to fruition in this lifetime for you? What are you doing to bring that to life? What are you doing to live that out? You know, we can't do it for you, and we speak about that. You know, we're talking about that. You have to do your own heavy lifting. We can motivate and encourage, or the image that Jen put out yesterday. We can, you know, you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink it. That's the reality, guys. That's why I say that life is about perspective. You know, is your life gonna be wonderfully and beautifully made? Because you are. You know, when you look in the mirror, do you see something beautiful? Do you see something awesome? Do you see somebody who's capable of anything? You know, do you love the person that you're looking at in the mirror? Are you grateful for who you are? You know, all of those things come into perspective when you think about the time that we have and what you want to do, how you want to live that out. You wanted to add something, Thomas?
Yeah, I was just fixing to say you can lead a horse to water. It's kind of like the same concept. I have a child, this same mindset as I was when I was his age of don't tell me I can't do something. Then guess what? I went out and did it, and I come back, whether it was behind your back or not, I went and I did it. It's like, yeah, I experienced it for myself now. Now I know what it's about. Now I know I like it or dislike it, and I was able to move on.
It was something that you were talking about the school supplies and everything, and kind of add on is short and sweet to what Julio added. It was talking about how you should invest in your life, and how so many people are so willing to invest $300-400 into like a shirt to buy in school, you know, because they want to look so impressive to go back to school. Well, how so few people are willing to invest $200 in their life, $100, $200 invested in their life in their future.
Yes, sir.
You know, and it actually came from a meme for entrepreneurs. But I mean, it
Oh,
holds true to life. I mean,
oh yeah.
how many people are so willing to just waste $400 on a shirt, but unwilling to invest $100 in their future to build a better life for themselves?
Yes, sir. Right on point with that for sure. Thank you for bringing that one.
Perspective, man. It's perspective. Everything is perspective. You know, if you're looking at life from the I can'ts and limitation, that's what you'll see. But if you're looking at life from a more perspective, from a wider, broader perspective, and what's possible in you and me, and with the time and the money and the effort that you have, you know, making your best come forth on a daily basis, then you can make something happen. And that's why I say it's always about perspective. You know. Now go ahead. Let's pass it to Crystal, man.
Yeah. Go ahead, Miss Crystal.
Good morning. So I'm back at The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. And she says here that gratitude makes relationships flourish. As you increase your gratitude for any relationship in your life, whether it be a personal relationship, a spiritual relationship, or an acquaintance relationship, you will magically receive an abundance of happiness and good things in that relationship. And gratitude for your relationships doesn't change only your relationship, it also changes you. No matter what your temperament is now, gratitude will give you more patience, understanding, compassion, and kindness, to the point where you won't even recognize yourself. The late and great John F. Kennedy once said, as we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. We all need to learn that. We all need to manifest that. We all need to bring that into every single step in our lives, is that it's not just the highest appreciation is not to just utter those words, but to live by them. Be grateful for what you got. Be grateful that you can open your eyes today. Show the gratitude in every simple little thing in life, and just keep moving forward with positivity.
That's it. Positivity within our life, and the emotions, you'll feel that it's different. Some people will gravitate to it, some will receive it, some will not. You know, we say a lot of times every day, this is things that we are doing. We're not telling people that you need to do this. We're just giving you a new perspective of words each day. If you grasp it and roll with it, then that is your choice that you're making within your life. So everything that we believe in within what we're doing, and everything that we believe in our own spiritual life and our own spiritual realm, and the way that we go with it every day, that is the choices that we make. You can make your own choices throughout your life to do the different things. We're not coming in here and telling anybody this is the way that you have to live your life. We're not telling you these are things that you need to do on a day-to-day basis. We're just bringing you new perspectives of what we do, or what I do. You know, not we, what I do. Julio brings his perspective of what he does. Same with Sherry, same with Shannon, same with Crystal, Thomas G, Roger. Everybody has their own way of believing in what they believe in, and the higher powers, and the way that they speak it. We each have our own individuality, because it's called that authentic self. And that's the way we live our lives, authentically. How you live yours is a choice that you make. We're just giving new perspectives here in Life Motivation of what we do, as we work collectively together to co-create new imaginations and new dreams. Miss Shannon, you want to wrap us up with your affirmations?
Sure. Right in the middle of Walmart. Learn how to have fun.
Shannon, I think that's a proclamation. I think that is a look, I am proclaiming some affirmations in a place where I used to be. And that might not be the same location, that's fine. I think that's prophetic, Shannon, to be honest with you. Think about the irony in that. That's a beautiful thing, man. But go ahead and do your thing, girl.
Learn to have fun without alcohol. Talk without cell phones. Love without conditions. Dream without drugs. Smile without selfies. No one ever injured their sight by looking on the bright side. When you can't find the sunshine, be the sunshine. Cinderella is proof that a new pair of shoes can change your life. Have fun and enjoy life.
Oh, and just know sometimes you don't need shoes. Just going barefoot is a good thing too. Connect up with Mother Nature and Earth, and have fun with your life every day. Put smiles to it, guys. We love and appreciate y'all for coming here this morning. We will see y'all tomorrow, and y'all have an awesome day. Love and appreciate you all.